Hello guys, welcome back to today's episode for F1 visa interview. Today we are going to prioritize people who have their interviews this week. So from tomorrow going, we will make sure that we give them the feedback, give them some few minutes, they put together their thoughts, and then they will come back on the interview to be interviewed again because the interview is very close. In the meantime, just share the link with other people and let's begin. Let's give people like from 2 minutes. We'll start seriously. Okay. All right, I'm still trying to share the link, but I want us to start early so that when someone is starting to watch the live after we are done, it doesn't like seem like we didn't do anything in the beginning. Okay. All right. I see someone put a comment here. So, okay. Joy says hello. I'm trying to share the link and then we can start. All right. Hi, Evans. I enjoy. We will start in a minute, okay? I'm just trying to get people on the live. So what we are going to do is that while we are waiting, if you want to be interviewed, I'm dropping the link, and then you just join the link to be interviewed. So it's a link within YouTube. I just shared and I'm pinning it. All right. Once I see a guest in the link, we will start. If you want to be interviewed, just join the link and then we will start. Hello, Gifty. Hello, Evans. Let's start. When is your visa?
Okay, so good evening. I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yeah, I can.
All right. So good evening. My visa interview is tomorrow
Okay.
morning, 8 o'clock.
Is it in Accra or Ivory Coast?
Place is in Mali, Bamako.
Okay. Okay. So just tell me about yourself, and then you would like what is the funding? What's
Please,
your
your line is breaking.
what's your tell me a little about yourself. No what
Okay. So okay. All right. So my background is I completed Methodist University. Okay. My course was Bachelor of Science. I majored in IT, Information Technology. I graduated 2021. Yeah, and I did my service, completed my service in 2022 with a CGPA. I completed my degree with a CGPA of 3.24 out of 4.0.
okay.
Yeah.
So what's your funding? Did you get funded?
Okay, so my funding is I had a $5,000 scholarship from my university, which is Rice State University,
Okay.
which is located in Ohio, Dayton, and my father will be the one sponsoring my education. He's
Okay.
a mechanical engineer, Kerm Engineering Limited, and also he has a side business where he sells car parts and also gives car out for rent, which makes his annual income $250,000. And my mom is an HR specialist in Onkofuanoche Teaching Hospital, and her annual income is $80,000.
Okay. So why the US?
Okay, so having an American degree or attending an American university exposes me to great research opportunities, experienced faculty members, and it gives me an optimized classroom experience.
All right. So I said why the US, right? I think
Yeah,
your visa interview is tomorrow. So the answer you give is very general. Just something
yes, please.
specific, or you can say that why the US. I chose the US because the school, um Wright State University is located in the US, and the school provides like gives some hard facts that it's not everybody going to say, right?
Okay,
This one is very
okay.
general.
So, all right, okay,
So what we are going to do is that you stay on the line.
okay.
I'll interview
So,
after we are done with you. So I'll interview like about two people, and then you come on the line again, and let's see the answer because tomorrow is your interview.
okay, all right,
Okay.
okay, yeah, I
Okay.
got you.
So why should I approve your visa?
Okay, so approving my visa will help me get the required skills if I pursue this course, which is management information system, which my major will be information science. If I'm able
Your
to
line
acquire
is
the
breaking.
skills, it
Your
will
line
help
is
me
breaking
to
really
resolve
easily.
the issue.
Even
Hello, can you hear me?
your line is breaking.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I was asking you why should we
Okay,
approve your
so
visa?
okay, why should you
What?
approve my visa?
Yeah.
Is that a question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pursuing pursuing this course, which is Management Information System, will grant me the required skills as IT operation analyst to solve the issue which is going on in my current company I work in.
So listen, I get where you are coming from. You have a current company and there's an issue in the company, right? So why should I approve your visa? Approving my visa will
Yeah,
me or
yeah.
will enable me to go to the United States to study. Then you mention your course, which will grant me. Then you put the specific skills to come back to my current company to solve an ongoing issue. So if it is like a Word document, then you are saying ongoing issue, column. Then you explain what the ongoing issue is. When I asked you why should I approve your
Okay,
visa, you look like you are now putting your thoughts together, and your visa is tomorrow.
okay. All right. I'll take
Okay,
note. So,
I can see you have a huge deficit. Who is funding your deficit?
okay, so I got a $5,000 scholarship from Rice State University, and my father, who is a mechanical engineer at XCELE Engineering Limited, will be funding my education.
So now your father, who is a mechanical engineer, you want to put the amount of money your dad is earning. And if your dad
Okay,
sponsored anyone before, you want to mention it.
okay,
So if I was not you, I'll drop you, put your thoughts together, will interview you again because I'm not confident about this one. Okay.
all right,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
Collins, AC Joy, who is ready?
Me.
Okay. Today I'm trying to get a question for you, so give me 1 second.
Okay.
AC, when is your interview?
24th, Monday.
Okay. So I have here why the United States?
I'm going to the United States to pursue my master's in technical communication at Missouri University of Science and Technology. This master's will equip me with specialized skills and knowledge, which will enable me to develop user-centered content, manage uh, manage communication strategies, and
Are you
manage
talking?
and improve. Uh, yes,
Evans, can you mute yourself? Okay. AC.
I'm going to the United States to pursue a master's in technical communication at Missouri S&T. This master's will equip me with specialized skills and knowledge, which will enable me to develop user-centered documentations, improve content strategy, and enhance our communication efforts. The program focuses
Why
on.
did you choose this university?
I am drawn to Missouri S&T's technical communication because of its comprehensive curriculum that covers key courses such as international technical communication, business and scientific writing, technical writing, and many others.
Um, what is your major and why did you choose it?
My major is in business writing and technical writing. I chose business writing and technical writing because my current position at Solar Taxi is I'm a business associate at Solar Taxi, where I seek to manage sales, client data, and also develop user-centered documentations for clients. So, majoring in business writing will enable me to gain
Is
specialized.
reading?
Please come again.
Are you reading?
No, I'm not reading.
Yeah. So you are taking some pauses, and I don't know where the pauses is coming from. Okay. So who is sponsoring your education?
I was awarded a merit-based scholarship of 20,000 by my school, Missouri University of Science and Technology, and I secured an educational loan from Empower amounting to $50,000. This loan is flexible in a way that I get to pay an interest of $200 monthly while pursuing my studies at Missouri SNT, and I have 6 months after post-graduation to repay for the loan within a 10-year time frame. Mr. Emmanuel Owari, my uncle, will be covering for my interest repayments while pursuing my studies at Missouri SNT. He is a petroleum inspector and owns Petro Marine Consults, which has been in existence for 14 years. Petro Marine Consults specializes in the inspection of crude oil,
Have you been to
petroleum
the States
products.
before?
No, please. This is my first
Do
time.
you have any relatives in the United States?
No, please, I
What would
don't.
you do if I reject your visa?
Thank you for considering my application. If my visa is rejected, I would go back and work on my shortcomings and reapply.
Okay, so you want to say you would reassess yourself and reapply. How would you
Yes,
manage the cultural and educational differences in the US?
the culture and please culture and what?
Educational differences in the US.
So that is one major challenge I anticipate to encounter, but I intend to overcome this challenge by participating in activities, cultural activities, and also making good use of resource centers available at Missouri SNT, and making sure I actively participate in activities by the international community.
Okay. AC, I'll be approving your visa. I think there's been a huge change from I think you've joined before. If it's the same AC, there's been a huge change. I like the way you answered the latter part of the questions. But from the beginning, you were taking some pauses, and maybe the visa officer would think that you were done with your submission. So make sure that you've put those thoughts together very well, and then you're not taking those pauses.
Thank you.
AC, are you able to interview Joy?
Yes.
Joy, ready to be interviewed? I can do the interview, yeah, if AC is.
Hello,
Okay,
good evening, ma.
okay, I'll do the interview. Okay.
Hello, good evening, ma.
Yeah, good evening. If you join, please mute yourself. Okay, thank you very much. AC, why can't you continue your education? Joy, why can't you continue your education in your home country?
Ma, I cannot hear you, ma. Can you repeat, ma?
Why can't you continue your education in your home country?
I chose to continue my study in the US because it has its own world-class educational system and innovate business program. By studying the US, I will have access to top-tier faculty, cutting-edge resources, and diverse perspectives that will enhance my academic and professional development.
So the last part was better than the first part. So if you can switch it up and say the last part before the first part, that would be helpful. Okay.
Okay.
Why this program?
So I chose to study human resources management to equip me with the necessary knowledge and skills to excel in HR leadership role. The program focus on strategic HR planning, talent development, and organization effectiveness. So,
So you want to say like those three things that you mentioned are key areas in the human resources field, right? So you want to say
yes, ma'am.
the program focuses on key areas of the human resources curriculum, such as, okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So how are you finding your deficit?
My mom, the person of, sorry, my mom will be covering my deficit. Mrs. Ayedu Abidemi, she's the CEO of JR Fabric Store. She import and export different kind of fabrics and bridal attire across Nigeria. She has three shops, two shops in Lagos and one branch in Ibadan, Oyo State. She earns about 60 million annually. She has staff strength of 8. Yeah.
So
Can't
your
tell.
mom is funding your deficit, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Has your mom sponsored anyone before?
No, she has not sponsored anybody outside the country, but she has been the one sponsoring my education and my siblings' education here in Nigeria.
Okay, I like how you said she's not sponsored anyone before, but she has done she has sponsored you throughout. So it means there is that commitment to sponsor you. I like that. Okay, so um why do you think you deserve an F1 visa?
Granting me my F1 visa will enable me study my MBA, which I specialize in human resources in the University of Central Missouri. It will enhance my educational system. What program? Oh, sorry.
Okay, so why do you think you deserve, right? So now it's more about you than the program you are going to study. So you want to mention maybe your qualifications. Why do you think you deserve, or how prepared are you to satisfy the visa requirements? So you think you deserve the visa because you are ready to comply with the F1 student visa rules, such as and then you mentioned having like just one or something, just put together something. So now it's more about your qualifications and how prepared you are for the F1 visa than the course you are going to study or the skills the course will help you provide. Okay.
Okay. Please, can you come again this last sentence, please? Thank
So
you.
why do you think you deserve the F1 visa? You should look at how you qualify as a person or how prepared you are to satisfy the F1 student requirements, more than you were giving me answer about the program and the skills you acquire. I said, why do you deserve the F1 visa? It's different from why should I approve your visa?
Okay. Noted, ma'am. I'm going to work on that, ma'am.
Okay, where is your school located in the United States?
My school is located at Warrensburg, Missouri, USA. Hey, tell me.
What if you get a job offer in the US after graduation?
I'm coming back to my home country. I'm not going to take the offer. My focus is to go to the United States to
So right now
study.
you want to tell me that you are done with school, a company has offered you an annual of $100,000. You are not going to take it, right? It's easier said than done. So you want to convince me even more why you would reject such huge amounts of money. Do you know the annual they give here if you start working? No, right? So you want to emphasize your primary goal of returning to contribute to your home country, to contribute to a specific problem and a specific solution. You can acknowledge the possibility, but reaffirm your long-term plans of returning. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm approving your visa. You said when is your visa again? Interview.
My in-season interview is on 28th, next week Friday.
Okay, yeah, I think you have more time to practice, and the confidence is low for me. Okay.
Okay, ma. Thank you very much, ma.
Mhm. Kwabna, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, man.
Okay. So what are you going to the US to study?
I'm going to United States of America, specifically University of North Carolina at Pembroke, to embark on my 4 year journey to earn a bachelor degree in business administration. I am passionate about this opportunity to study at the University of North Carolina and dive into essential business principles such as marketing, finance, human resources, which I'm eager to deeper into.
Why did you choose the US? Because you could study your undergrad in your home country.
Study business administration and management at the United States of America because US is a home to top-tier business school that often state-of-the art facilities and access to cutting-edge technologies. This ensures that students are not only learning theoretical concepts, but also applying them through practical and real-world experience. This program in the US often internship and partnership with leading global companies that providing invaluable hands-on experience and network opportunities.
Okay. So why should I approve your visa?
Approving my visa will enable me to travel to the United States of America, specifically University of North Carolina, Pembroke, to embark on my 4 year journey to earn a bachelor degree. And this degree will equip me or expose me to a comprehensive vertical business concepts such as
What are your
marketing.
plans after school?
Upon completing my 4 year bachelor degree in business administration at the University of North Carolina, my primary aim is to introduce innovative practice and technology to modelize the business of Ebenezer Clothing Company. My aim is not only to uphold the family legacy, but also move the company into a higher success and sustainability. My aim is to acquire comprehensive skills such as strategic planning,
What if you
financial.
get a job offer after your graduation?
Have no intention of working in the United States of America. I want to focus on my study to gain the comprehensive skills upon my return to take up a managerial role in Ebenezer Clothing Company where I oversee this activity to make sure business goals are
So I
met
think
effectively.
this one, you have a point that you are going to work in your family business, right? So you want
Yes,
to
please.
state it first. Or what if you get a job offer in the United States? I have a big stake, or you are a stakeholder of a family business. If you say someone has a stakeholder, it means they have claims or interest in a particular thing. So you are a stakeholder of a family business, and you are looking to come assume the position of this and this and that in that company. So you
Okay.
you should state that first before you say anything else. Because yeah, it came after the latter part. That's when you said that you were coming to Ebenezer group of companies. Mind you, if she has not asked you any question and you have not introduced Ebenezer group of companies to her, she doesn't know you are a family, it's a family business and you have a stake in it.
Okay, man.
Okay, do you have relatives in the United States?
No, please, I don't have
How
anyone.
are you funding your studies?
My father, Ebenezer Justice
Okay,
Arthur,
I
is a,
think I asked you that already. So
the
your
past
dad
sponsor of.
funded your studies, correct?
Yes, please, man.
Do you have a student loan?
No, please, man. My father is taking all my deficits.
And what is your
He
highest level of education?
I completed my senior high school in 2021 as a business student with a GPA of 2.79. And after the completion of my high school, due to my interest to continue after my dad's legacy, I take the opportunity to work in a Ebenezer Clothing Company where I oversee details activity. And working in there has given much more experience on how to interact with customers, event planning, and managing inventory. That has inspired me to embark on my 4 year journey to earn a bachelor degree in business
Why did you
administration.
take a break after your high school degree?
Please come again.
Why did you take a break after your high school degree?
Yeah, due to my interest to continue after my dad's legacy and working in my father's business, I work in control in Ebenezer Clothing Company where I serve in customers and be the head of event planning. That has been inspired me now to embark on my 4 years journey. to earn a bachelor degree in business administration, to expose to a comprehensive better business concepts such
Okay,
as market.
so Pabna, I think this part you took a break. You went to work in your father's company. I think you have a greater point if you say that when you completed school, you had interest in business administration, right? But you wanted to work in the company for a while to have a hands-on experience and to explore your interest or long-term interest of which areas you want to study in business administration.
Sure.
Like, what do you guys think? If anyone is on the line and I'm giving a feedback and you think, oh, this can be done differently, just say it. But like, what do
Okay.
you think?
Please, I didn't hear your question well.
I said that what question did I even ask you? Why did you take a break? So I'm like, you, from the story you're telling me, you took a break to working in the family business. So you want to
Yeah.
say that you pursuing a business in high school, you had the interest of pursuing business administration as an undergraduate program, but you took a break to work in the family business to gain hands-on experience and to explore your long-term interest in the business administration field, like to explore which specific areas you wanted to be,
Okay.
right? And you can
Yeah.
even say that you wanted to work in the company to know how the company is running before you travel outside of the country to go pursue a bachelor's degree, because after school you plan to come back to assume a position of this, and because you've worked there before, running the organization will be a bit easier, like logically.
Okay, man.
Yeah, but all, like, your answers are on point. You are really prepared. I just took a dive on questions that we've not asked you before, just to make sure that you have prepped in that regard as well.
Okay, man.
Okay. Raheem, let's go.
Please, am I the only one feeling that it's kind of
Yeah,
a
ma'am.
script reading?
Oh, Kwabna, are you reading?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you reading? Patrick is saying he feels your answers are script read.
Now I don't have transcripts here. I'm not reading.
Okay. So maybe, I don't know, the way you gave Patrick the vibe that you are reading, then you want to maybe like slow down, like you are prepared. We know that, like, no two ways about that. Just slow down and be natural. Like when they ask you the question, it's like you're thinking about it, but like it's just for you to be natural and be genuine, okay? Yeah. All right, but Raheem, thank you, Patrick, for that call out.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
You're
How are
welcome.
you doing today?
I'm good, ma'am. How are you?
I'm doing good. Pass me your document. What is your cost of attendance and what is your deficit?
Sir, ma'am, my father is going to sponsor me with his savings of rupees 35 lakhs, and we have the loans which can be which is 30 lakhs, and it will be sanctioned when the visa will be approved to
Hey.
the university and paid.
Patrick, can you mute yourself? Thank you. Okay. Raheem, let's go again. So I was like, what is your cost of attendance and what's your deficit? So I have a cost of attendance of $50,000, but my deficit of $25,000 will be sponsored by my dad. My dad is a businessman that imports cocoa from other parts of the world into the country. So you want to state your cost of attendance, your deficit, and who is funding your deficit, what job the person is doing, and the annual is earning. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
What program are you going to study and why did you choose this program?
Sir, ma'am, I have applied for computer science specialization in security, auditing, and information assurance, which is essential to become a full stack developer. And back in India, there is a high demand for full stack developer and a secure web applications. So this course will help me to gain the essential skills and knowledge to build and robust the secure web application. And I believe that it will make me the valuable asset in the tech industry.
Okay. So as a full stack developer, there are a lot of opportunities in the United States. What if you get an opportunity after school, a job offer after school? What would you do?
No, ma'am, I don't have any such intentions to do work in the US. Uh, Basically, if it has to do something with internship, I will pick it up, or if it has to do something with full or part time, then it is a no.
So, what are your plans after graduation then if you are not planning to take a job in the US?
Sir, ma'am, I would like to come back to my India, my country, India. After coming back to my India, I would like to work as a full stack developer in any leading company like Amazon and Wipro, and to contribute to the technological sector in my home country.
Okay, Rahim, yesterday I think I spoke about this. You said any leading company. Even though you do not have an offer with any company, as an individual, you have aspirations of working with a certain company, right? So you want to mention that your aspiration is to work with Amazon or Google as a full stack developer, and so after school you are looking to join Amazon India to do this and this and that, okay?
Yeah, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah, because you are convincing me that even if you get an offer that is giving you $150,000 and all, you are not taking that offer. So you can't just come to India thinking that you get a job offer with any of the companies. So you want to be specific what you want and why you would return.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have relatives in the United States? Have you been to the United States before?
No, ma'am, I don't have anyone in the US, and I didn't visit in the United States.
You said your dad is sponsoring you. Has he sponsored anyone before?
Yeah. No, ma'am, my father is sponsoring me.
You said? Hello?
Pardon? Can you repeat this again?
Yeah, you said your
Hello.
dad is sponsoring you. Has he sponsored anyone before?
No, ma'am. My father is only sponsoring me with the starting of my education.
Why do you think you deserve the F1 visa?
Uh, Ma'am, I believe that I should get my visa approved because I am a dedicated and high achieving student with a clear mindset of pursuing a bachelor's degree in computer science. With my strong academic background, with my academical achievements, and I believe that I should get my visa approved because it enables me to pursue my bachelor's degree in computer science at Right Side University, and studies in the US will give me the strong essential skills which will essential to become a full stack developer in my future.
Okay, I'm approving your visa.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Any feedback, ma'am?
Yeah, so the feedback is the one that I gave earlier about taking a job in the so are you currently working?
No, ma'am. I'm a bachelor's.
Okay,
I'm
so
doing bad.
you want to state your aspirations of working with a certain company, okay? And then like saying that you come to assume a role with that company. You can't just say you are going to back to your home country without a job. Because then it means that if you get an offer in the US, you take it. Okay.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. And then maybe if you have a long-term plan of setting up a non-profit organization or a family business, anything, it's anything that binds you very strong to your home country. You want to say one or two. Okay.
Okay. I have a family business of textile, ma'am.
Yeah, so you want to mention that as well. So I want to come back to work with Amazon as a full stack developer. And also, I have a commitment to continue or work or be a part of my family business after post graduation. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Raheem. Hi, Patrick. How are you doing today?
I'm fine yourself.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you planning to contribute to your university's community when you are approved the visa?
Is it the interview section, please?
Yeah, it's a question.
Oh, okay. Come again. Hold on. Let me reduce the TV set volume a second.
How do you plan to contribute to the university community?
Yeah, please. Can you come again with the question?
How do you plan to contribute to the university community?
Okay, so I believe that with my diverse cultural background that I have with relation to people, I would be able to contribute in a sense that there wouldn't be any discrimination from my side to any person coming from a different country, and also with my academical goal and aspirations too.
Okay, so I think that every university has goals, right? And there are lots of extracurricular activities. So you want to say that to contribute to my university community, I'm going to join a volunteering organization. So like this question has come up, and I've not asked it ever since we started the live. If you don't know anything at all, everyone here go on the website and Google something you want to do in the school. So let's say in Kenya, we had the peer counseling group, right? So I was a peer counselor when I was in KNUST. So you want to look at maybe a voluntary opportunity or a sporting activity that you are interested in and talk about it, because they can ask questions anywhere. Okay, so you want to be at least try and be prepared as much.
Okay.
All right, tell me about why you chose the US, because these questions are the ones that we know. So when they give us something we are not prepared for, then we start to fumble. So tell me why you chose the US, Patrick.
I chose the US, specifically Florida Atlantic University, because the school one has a center for autism and related.
Bless him.
Um,
Can you please mute yourself?
Hello, ma.
Yeah, can you please mute yourself, and then when it's your turn, you mute, okay?
All right, ma. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. Okay. So Patrick, why the US?
so I chose the US, specifically Florida Atlantic University, because Florida Atlantic University has a center for autism and related um, disability center. So with this center is going to help me in data collection, in engaging with people from diverse background who has autism, and this is going to help me with my career goals and career path.
Okay. Who is funding your studies?
My study will be funded by my elder brother in the person of Mr. James Jamna Yamwa, who is the director for petroleum at the Ministry of Energy Ghana. He earns an annual income of $1,000, which an annual income of $100,000, please.
What steps have you taken to prepare your what steps have you taken to prepare for life in the US?
Please come again with the question.
What steps have you taken to prepare for life in the US?
Okay, so the steps that I've taken to prepare for the life in US is having a very large scope to mingle with people in the US by joining clubs, by joining my Center for Autism, because I believe that with this hands-on
Okay,
practical.
give me a second. So this is also a question I've not asked before, and you want to say that no, going to the US or knowing that the US is a very well diverse place, you have started reading about living in the US as an international student from the internet. You have read reviews of people's experiences on YouTube and the internet, so you have at least a fair idea of the do's and don'ts of the things you are supposed to do and the things you are not supposed to do and the things you should be mindful of. Example, when I was reading online, I realized that then you say something funny to ease up the conversation. Patrick.
Can you please help me with an example of something funny? Like just an example too.
Okay, so like you saw an international student's experience where um let's say for example you have started reading about your life in the US as an international student, and you came across the fact that you cannot work more than 20 hours as an international student, or you've read on the website that you cannot work more than 20 hours as an international student. So you read someone's experience about the fact that they worked 20 hours and they were like something or a fact that shows that you have done a research.
Oh, okay.
So like this one, this example, I don't know if it came off across as clear, but I'm trying to say that what was the question again? How have you prepared yourself to for life in the US? You are the life in the US is not easy, right? It's a way different from the way we see it in our home country, staying away from family. So maybe you are exploring options to connect with your family the more, like video calls, WhatsApp conferencing. This one, this example even ties you back to your home country, that you have a strong ties to your family as well. Okay.
Please,
So
my line was breaking, so I didn't hear you clear.
yeah, I'm saying that I was saying that you can say that living in the US, you have started reading and you have read that it can be really lonely in the US, or like you don't also want to say something, then the person be like, if it's lonely, where are you going? But you have learned that you have to explore ways to connect with your family the more, and so you are learning. You guys already started exploring like video conferencing and all of that stuff to put like this one. I'm trying to say this one even brings you closer to your family, like it ties you back to your family. So just think
Yeah,
around.
I get you.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
we have spoken about who is funding your studies. What if you get a job offer after school in the United States? How are you going to deal with this?
Please, I won't take any job offer when I'm done with school. The reason being that right after school, I'll be coming back to Ghana to assume a position as the family and community engagement coordinator at my current job place. So I'm very much passionate in contributing my quota and at long run also establishing my own NGO which will be focused into autism, please.
Okay, why did you choose this specific program over similar programs at the other universities?
But and
Patrick,
also with my career,
okay, I wasn't hearing you.
my network is bad.
Okay.
It's on I think Jane, so I'm sure there will be breakings.
Yeah, but I know Collins has really prepared. He's joined the session before. I know it's just hard today because of the network and the questions or the line of questioning. So you guys should
I'm,
just
I'm
be prepared
I'm also
about it.
not feeling what I'm also not feeling what. That is why
Oh,
this week
got
I've
it.
been.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because yeah, I remember Collins from the other sessions and it was really on point. I remember people giving him fire emoji in the session. So Patrick, I don't want to stress you, but just think around the box these questions that you have not prepped for, just so if any of them comes, you just know what to say. Okay. So I just
Okay. Okay.
comments
Thank you
real
for.
quick. Someone said, "Good evening." Yeah, you're welcome. I'm from Nigeria. Hello, hello, Jonas. Hello, Gifty. I have a question. Why the USA and why are you going to the USA? Are they different questions? Please, why the USA and why are you going to the USA? Why did you choose the USA over other countries? Are the same, or why this school is even similar to why the USA? You just have to say fact about the USA or fact about the school, so it's the same. Rachel, hi, hello, good evening. Please, I would love to partake or participate in the session. So I have pinned a link on YouTube. You want to join that link if you want to be interviewed. If your interview is this week, just make sure you are telling us in the comment section you have an interview this week, and we prioritize you when you join the session. And then please, how can I drop my profile testimony? Um, Click on the link up there. Okay, someone told you to click on the link. Okay, so next we are going to speak to testimony.
Hello, ma.
Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you, ma.
How are you funding your studies?
Okay, I got a scholarship of $37,000 from the school, and my deficit of 22,910 will be paid by my dad. He's an engineer who works for Lafarge Company in Ogun State branch. He has been working there for 20 years and he specializes in repair of their trucks.
Has
He
your
aims
dad
seven
sponsored anyone before?
years. He has sponsored my sister for her master's in UK, and she's back now working for UBA Bank.
Do you have any relatives in the United States?
No, all my family members reside here in Nigeria.
Are you married?
No, I'm single.
Okay. How have you prepared for life after in the US?
Okay, I've joined some classes where a student shared her experience in the US, and I saw the way she the way she was complaining about the weather. So I reached out to my admission counselor, which he told me more about the weather in Pennsylvania, and I've prepared how I can handle that with
How have
such
you
as.
prepared for the weather? It's very extreme weather in the US. How have you prepared for the weather?
Okay, I've talked to my admission counselor, and he said I need to come with some um codes and all those stuff, and I think I will get it before going.
So you can say you make use of hand warmers.
Okay,
We use hand warmers here. So if you say hand warmers, the person should be able to know. Like you just hold the thing and then it keeps you warm. And there are
okay,
coats that have heat inside, coats that have electric heat inside, and also basically, yeah, that's it. That's how you prepare for the weather. So the weather
o-
is also a good thing to talk about as a challenge. Patrick, if you are
okay.
still on the call, the weather is a good thing to talk about as a challenge, and how you are looking forward to experience it. Okay. Okay. What challenges do you expect to face? Okay, that's how I asked you. And
Yes.
how will your studies in the US contribute to your long-term career plan?
Okay, I actually work as a nurse assistant at Global Hospital, which is located in Ikeja, Lagos State. So, studying in the US, specifically Newman University, we broaden my practical experience in nursing, where I'll be able to come back to my home country to use the skills and knowledge I gained from the school to take a role as a nurse officer at my current place of work, where the
Where are
requirement
you currently working?
Global Hospital, which is located in Ikeja, Lagos State.
How is your current work related to your program of study?
I currently work as a nurse assistant, which my role is to provide physical support for the patients, such as repositioning them on bed and also checking their vitals. So I'm going for a BSc in nursing, where I'll be able to gain practical experience and skills to come back to my home country to use the school and knowledge I gained from Newman to
What do
take
you
up
know
the.
about the city where your school is located?
Okay, uh, Pennsylvania is. I don't really know more about it. I think it's one of the coolest.
Okay, so you don't want to tell the visa officer
Okay,
about the fact that you don't know. At least you are coming to a place. By now you should read about something about the city, okay?
okay.
How do you plan to balance your studies and potential part-time or your graduate assistantship? So how do you plan to balance your assistantship and your
Please,
study?
please, can you come again? I think it's skipping.
How do you plan to balance your graduate assistantship and your studies?
I'm not going for grading assistant. I'm going for BSc.
Okay, okay, okay.
S-
Yeah.
So I'm sorry to barge in, but I can only hear the host. I can't hear any other person else. I don't know if I'm the only one
Oh,
experiencing this.
Can anyone hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear him, but I don't know if anybody else can hear him. Collins, can you hear testimony? Jonas, can you hear testimony?
Yeah, yes, I can perfectly
Then
hear him.
Stanley, you would want to leave and then come
I
back
can
to
hear
the
him.
live, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So testimony, let's continue. What was the
Okay, ma'am.
question? How do you plan to balance your studies and your potential part-time work?
Okay, part-time work, like, is it in the US? I don't understand the
Yes,
question.
please. So how do you plan to balance your school and a job in the US? Like, every student is doing part-time work or something. So
Yes,
how
ma'am.
do you plan to balance it? This can be a very potential question.
Okay,
Okay, maybe I'm not planning to take any part-time work. I'm planning to do work as a full student because most of the graduate students they have graduate assistantship. So it's a valid question to ask you, how do you plan to balance your studies and a graduate assistantship? You want to mention that you utilize study tools like reminders, Excel sheets for tracking your daily activities, making maximum time for your studies while making time for your research work, or your graduate assistantship is a research work that is part of your studies. So it's like you are working, but you are also doing work. Okay, so like those on the call, you want to take note of this question as it's a possible question.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so we talked about, do you have relatives in the United States?
No, ma. All my family members reside here in Nigeria.
Can you provide a brief overview of your academic background?
Okay. I completed my high school in King Class School, which is located in Lagos State, which I graduated with a GPA of 3.8 on a scale of 4.0. After my high school graduation, I took an internship at Global Hospital, a 6 month internship. After my internship, I was employed into that same hospital as a nurse assistant, which my role is to provide physical support for the patient, such
All
as the
right,
position.
I'm approving your visa. Come back tomorrow for your passport.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Any correction, ma'am?
Yeah, so I just asked, like, today what I'm noticing is that most of us are very good. We've prepared for the questions, but I've deliberately switched from the regular, why are you going to the US, why the US, why this program, who is funding you. These are the questions we often prep for. So today I'm asking about how you plan to stay in the United States, how you plan to navigate the challenges, how you plan to combine work and studies. These questions are questions that can catch you off guard, and the woman will be like, oh, you prayed for the other ones but not this one. So you want to be mindful of that. I don't know if you guys think I'm being hard. Let me know in the comment section. Yeah. Okay, so I'll drop testimony, so I'll add other people. Thank you, testimony. It's just constant practice and you good. Your feedback is not much. Your answers are very good.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am.
No problem. I'm trying to admit people, okay. I recently kicked two people from the stage because I was not able to add them. If you're one of them, just please join back. If you have your visa this week, please, visa interview this week, please let us know, and we will help you prep again. I think I spoke to Evans that he should stay on the line and join back. If Evans, you are ready, you can join back on the line. Okay. Hi Josephine, how are you doing today?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you doing today?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm doing good. What is your cost of attendance and what is your deficit?
My cost of attendance is $34,119, and my deficit is $9,077.
How do you
And
plan
my
to
def-
fund your visit deficit?
my deficit will be catered for by my guardian in the name of Dr. Benjamin Jumaniakun, who owns Prince Emmanuel Clinic, which has four branches, one in Tema, Accra, Kumasi, and Takoradi. He also owns Prince Emmanuel um, Preparatory School, which has both JHS and SHS. He owns an average of 32,322 Ghana cedis, which is equivalent to 2,169 US dollars.
Okay, so let me cut in. Josephine, you want to say that your guardian is funding your studies and then he earns an annual of this. So I love
Okay,
the situation when you were trying to figure out what your guardian owns. But if you told me how much he was making, that would have been fair, right?
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
so say that one before you say the businesses he owns. Okay. What's your relationship
okay.
with your guardian?
He is a family friend and he has been taking care of me since 2006 when my father died.
Okay.
He also
So
believes in
I
my
just want
academic.
to know why he was committed to sponsoring you, because that would be a question for the person to ask. So you want to say when your dad was deceased, your guardian, Mr. Da, decided to fund your education, um, like because of the demise of your family, and he has been committed, or he has stayed true to himself throughout the years, and he wants you to pursue this degree. And then
Okay.
maybe
Right.
I don't know your plans after school. Are you planning to work with your guardian?
No, no. My plans after school, I aim to work with health industries, and government agencies to develop data-driven solutions for healthcare access and disease surveillance.
Okay, so if you say health industries and government agencies, that's very broad. You want to say that I want to work in the Ministry of Health. That's
Okay,
basically the same thing, it's the same line, but this one sounds more specific that you want to go into the Ministry of Health. So it's not like
okay,
you are now completing school to find a place to work. You want to work in the Ministry of Health. Do you get it?
all right, I get it.
Okay. What do you do? What do you know about the city where your school is located?
Okay, so my city is El Paso, which is in Texas State. It is the most popular city in West Texas. Also, it is
How
known
can you
for its.
assure me that you return to your home country after studies? How can you assure me that?
Okay, I aim to work with government agencies and the Ministry of Health to develop data-driven solutions for disease surveillance and healthcare access. Disease surveillance with Ghana, for instance, we are having troubles with having accurate data. So if a health practitioner wants to access data, they find that most of the data are missing. So I aim to come back to Ghana and help improve this healthcare and impact and make a positive impact in Ghana.
Personally, I like how Josephine is calm, but I just need a little bit of confidence because you have more than a 50% funding and you have a guardian who has schools and businesses, right? So I like how natural you are, but I just need your confidence to be up. Okay.
All right, all
Yeah.
right.
So I'm approving your visa. I like your answers, but just put
Thank
the
you.
confidence up a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, you
Thank
are
you.
natural, and I think that's good as well. Hi,
Okay.
Blessing. Are you ready to be interviewed?
Yes, sir. Good evening, ma.
Okay, for some reason I'm not able to add you. So you want to leave the live completely and join back and see if I can add you. So Blessing, let's go.
All right.
How
But
yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm fine.
I like your
I'm not. Thank you, ma. I'm not going to US to be precise. My own is in Europe, Malta. So I just want to make inquiry if I can join you for the interview.
so I don't know more about the J1 visa, which I know the Europe is Europe
Yes, yes.
more about J1, correct? Yeah. So the
D,
J
D.
D or J. So they do
Hmm.
J1 and they do the other one too. I don't know much about it, so my questions may be more tailored to the US. But I believe that to every the J1 is even strict than the F1 in the sense that the J1, once you are done with school, there is no OPT or there is no STEM. You just have to leave the country. I'm yet to know how the UK students explore options after school, right? So maybe my answers may be more biased in the US sense.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
No problem. Thank you.
yeah. So I can also look up, like you can text me on WhatsApp. I don't know if you know my WhatsApp group, and just I'll look up
I
maybe.
don't have your WhatsApp line. I don't have your
Okay,
WhatsApp line.
I'll drop it in the chat, and then maybe you send me, like I'll look at possible answers for you. Just send me your visa type. I'll look at the possible answers, and maybe we can prep on the phone if it's 15 minutes over the weekend. The
All
weekday
right.
possible, but the weekend should be fine. Yeah, but my answers will be more towards like US, so I don't want you to be misled. Okay,
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm grateful.
no problem.
Thank you. Thank you.
We interviewed Josephine. Collins has been interviewed. Jonas, are you ready? I can see your network is not stable. Um, Confidence, are you ready to be interviewed? Oh no, wait, Stanley, you've been on the line for a while. Are you ready to be interviewed?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. What is your cost of attendance and what is your deficit?
My cost of attendance is $49,961, and I have secured a loan from Empower Wedding 53,800 and also a scholarship of 2,700 from the University of Louisville.
How do you plan to repay the loan after school?
I understand I have to start paying my loan during my course of study, and I'm relying on three sources of income to pay back the loan, which is $757 every month. I will
How are you going to
rely.
generate the $700 every month while you are in school? Oh, he has dropped. He sent me his transcript and I wanted to ask this question so bad. Confidence, are you ready to be interviewed?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay. What's your cost of attendance and what's your deficit?
My cost of attendance is $54,753, and my deficit is my cost of attendance is 58,753. Then my deficit is 54,753.
How are you planning to fund your deficit?
Okay, my mom will be funding my deficit together with my savings that I have so far for the period of years I've worked. Then the
How much
balance of
is your savings? How much does your mom earn?
my mom has so far saved 23,000. Sorry, what's the question?
How much is your savings and how much does your mom earn?
Okay, my savings so far is $5,000, and my mom earned 120 million naira. So
So how
so far my mom has
120
saved up.
million naira?
Sorry,
How much is 20 million naira in dollars? So anytime you are stating an amount at the
I
visa,
said 120. I said 120 million
you
naira.
yeah, and I'm saying how much is 120 million naira in dollars? Because as the visa officer, they might not know the equivalent or the worth of the naira. Do you get it? So you want to state the amount in dollars.
Okay.
Yeah. Confidence, do you get me?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So you want to state the amount in dollars so that we can understand you that maybe you have a deficit of 54,000. Your mom earns $30,000. Is easy to understand.
No, her annual income is about $95,000, and so far she has saved $23,000 for my tuition, combined with my 5,000 savings. The rest will be covered with Prodigy loan. My mom is a lawyer and she's into real estate business.
Okay. So do you have any relatives in the United States?
No, I do not have any relative in the United States.
How are you planning to stay in the United States with the challenges you have learnt of?
Sorry, what's the question? I didn't get
How
you.
are you planning to stay in the United States with the challenges you have learnt of? Or what is one challenge you have learnt about the United States and how are you going to cope with that?
My challenge of okay. Sorry, I do not know the answer to that question.
Okay, so you want to maybe talk about the weather or anything in the US that you have read about. Most of the time we talk about the weather and you have planned to pick heavy clothes to the United States to keep you warm to keep you warm when the weather is cold. Something like that. It just shows that you have done a little research about the United States and not just coming to school. You want to
Okay,
yeah, something
sorry,
like.
repeat the question. Let me get the question.
So, what challenges have you learned about the United States and how do you plan to cope with that?
Okay.
Okay. So, let me ask Let me see the questions. Have you been to the United States before?
No, I have not.
Okay. Why? What is your major and why did you choose this major?
Oh, I already have a background in accounting. I would like to further my education. So to get the in-depth knowledge in complex auditing techniques, accounting principles, and
So
financial
you want to
analysis.
state your major. So me, my major was digital. What was my major? My major was my let's say if I was going for undergrad, then my major was in human resources management. I did business administration. So I'm going to pursue a master of business administration with a major in human resources management. This major will help me acquire this and skills, dash skills. So you want to mention this major will help me acquire the specific skills, mention the specific skills that will help you to come back to your home country to solve a specific problem. Okay?
Yeah,
Yeah, confidence. When is your interview?
it's on Saturday.
That's very close. I feel like I thought it was very far away.
It's on Saturday.
Okay, tell me about the program and why you chose the program.
Like I said, I have a background in accounting, and I will want to further to do my master's degree in accounting on the specialization in audit. This will give me the in-depth knowledge on complex auditing techniques, accounting principles, and financial analytics. These skills will enable me take up a position of a senior audit analyst when I return to Nigeria after my studies, as this degree is the prerequisite for the role.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it. So I said, why? What is your major, and why did you choose this major? So yeah, I think your answer is good. You want to emphasize on the importance of what the major will bring you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, basically, I think those are the questions. Your funding, you should get your funding story right. Why you chose the program, why the US, you prep for other questions like how are you planning to balance school life and work life? What are the challenges you've learned and all of that. Okay. And has your
Um,
mom sponsored anyone before?
Sorry, what's the question? I didn't
Has
get
your
you.
mom sponsored anyone before?
Yeah, my mom sponsored my elder sister who studied computer information studies in the United Kingdom, but she has returned to Nigeria and she's working with FCMB Bank.
Okay. Okay. I'm approving your visa. Uh,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Blessing, are you ready to be interviewed?
Hello. I'm just listening. I think you have told me that you
Oh
will
yeah,
look
yeah,
at
yeah,
my.
yeah, 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 yeah. Sorry. Josephine has been interviewed. Rahel, are you ready to be interviewed? Stanley has been interviewed, right? Stanley, have you been interviewed?
Process and my network went bad, so I went offline. I just came back.
Okay, is trying to join, but for some reason I'm not able to add him. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm not able to add him. Okay. So yeah, please subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. That's the least you can do for me. And then like this video. And so Stanley, let's do it again then.
Okay.
Um so tell me about what's your cost of attendance and what's your deficit.
Okay. My cost of attendance is $49,961, and I have acquired a loan worth $53,800 and also a scholarship of $2,700 from the University of Louisville.
Okay, I've
This,
been able to add you now.
this amount to hello.
Yeah, I'm listening.
This amount of money will help me cater for my tuition, cost of living, and also my health insurance during my course of study
How are
in
you
the
planning
US.
to pay the loan?
I understand I have to start paying back the loan during my course of study, and I'm relying on my personal savings and also my stipend from my internship program to pay off the loan during my course of study. I'm paying $767 every month during my
How
course of study.
planning
And
to pay the $700 every month when you are in school?
yeah, I've saved up to 5,000 $5,000, which I'll take with me when I'm going for my studies. And this is also a cohort-based program, which allows me to uh, enroll as an intern in a local organization during the day and attend lectures in the evening. So
So are
I'll
you
make
planning
some
to
money.
get money from your internship?
Yes, I'll make some money from my internship program,
Okay, okay. So you
which
don't want to say you make like we are looking at money that is easily accessible, money that you can right now provide if you are asked. So I think the loan was a good idea. But if saying how much you are paying monthly for the loan will bring questions, then I would say you should take that one from it for you. Because when you sent me the transcript and I saw $700 a month, I'm like, even me that I'm working, if I'm supposed to pay my rent and pay a loan of $700 plus all of the other bills, it's going to be hard. Okay.
okay,
So if you think the $700 is too much, if that is how you're going to pay monthly, just take it off. Take it off your transcript. So you pay you are required to pay monthly interest of this amount. If you want to reduce the amount to, that's fine because it's just too high for a student and it's going to give you a lot because that's why I asked you, are you just going to use your savings to pay? Are you going to work to pay? Then are you trying to get money from your internship? Yes, I'm trying to get money from my internship. It means that you have intent. So yesterday we looked at the 214B, and one point that was taken on the 214B is that you do not have present intent of solely academic studies. So if you're telling me that you do internship and get money, you do not have sole intention of academic studies. Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So you said your interview is Saturday.
I'm now trying to book for
Oh yeah, you have more
an
time.
appointment.
Take out the $700 from it. Let's see how it will sound after that. Well, so with practice, you should be fine. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Rachel, do you
So,
want us to interview you?
and hello, madam.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
I joined the session 3 days ago, and I have problem with why study in the US and why choose this program. And I've worked on it, and I wish that you
Did
hear
you?
me out what I have written, or I
Oh,
better
okay,
send it to your
okay.
WhatsApp.
So, why are you going to study in the US?
I'm going to the US to study masters in business analytics from the University of Louisville. This is this program is a cohort-based program which will help me to understand and use tools such as AI and deep learning. This program will help me to address issues in my current state of work as a teaching assistant to handle issues pertaining to students' fees and results. This program will also help me to take up a role as a data analyst in the University of Winneba when I come back from my studies. I also plan on
Okay,
establishing
I think the
IT
point was clear
consortium.
in the beginning that you are coming back to. Uh, I think the point was clear in the beginning. So if you are talking more and then you are repeating the same thing, you might have said, okay,
Okay,
yeah. What was the prep for?
please come again.
What was the prep
There is a phone ringing. I can hardly hear you.
for? Comfort, can you mute yourself? Who is on mute?
Hello.
Comfort.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry about that.
Okay, I can hear you now, madam.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was like, what was the other question you prepped for?
So it was how I'll repay my loan, which we've done.
We've done, yeah.
Yes. So these are the three things I would like to talk about. Taking the role as a data analyst at my current place of work, and also establish an IT consortium when I come back to Ghana after my studies.
Yeah, I think that's good because you work before you start the IT, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I think that for the loan repayments, it's just the question of paying $700 as a student. That's way too much. So just remove it from there. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Rachel, let's go.
Thank you.
I'll need to log off by 2:15. At my time. It's 2:15, it's 2 o'clock now. So I would need to log off at 2:15. So hopefully I can interview Rachel, K, and Abdul, and then we can end today's session. Tomorrow we are going to meet again. If you got feedback for today, just put together your thoughts and then refine it. We are still going to do questions that are not frequently asked, like they're frequently asked to be asked, but then questions that are not frequently asked. And today I saw that even our best people performed because they are not prepped for the questions. So you want to be mindful of that. Also, I've dropped my WhatsApp group or for the visa interview. If you want to join, you can join from there. Anytime I'm doing the live, I share the link there. And if you want to send me your transcript, you can send it. But I advise to share it on the page and people will criticize as well because I'm very slow to respond the messages. Okay. Rahel, how are you doing and why are you here?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Why are you here?
I'm here for my F1 interview, which will enable me to go to the US to study at the Eastern
Stanley, can you
Systems
mute
University.
yourself? Okay, let me just understand. Okay, let's go. Rahel.
I'm here, ma.
Okay, so why are you here?
I'm here for my F1 interview, which will enable me to go to the US to study at the University of East Tennessee with a particular focus in chemistry.
Why should I approve your visa?
I believe it should approve my visa because it will enable me to go to the US to study, and upon completion of my bachelor's degree, I'll be able to come to Nigeria to work in my desired field of study.
Okay, how are you funding your studies?
My mom will be sponsoring my education throughout in the US. She is the CEO of ADME Construction Company, and with a staff strength of 19, she earns a total annual income of 90 million naira. And also, she has 3 offices in
Okay, let
Ibadan
me
also.
cut in. So you want to state the amount in dollars. I've given this feedback over and over again. If you are joining, if you are using stating the annual or stating any figures, you want to state it in dollars so that the visa officer can understand. let's say the deficit you have and how much the person is able to sponsor. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can just convert what your mother is earning into dollars.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Um. Okay. So, why should I approve your visa? I've asked you that, right? Why did you
Yes, ma'am.
choose this program, and how is this program related to your long-term career plan?
I chose chemistry because chemistry is an experimental science subject, and also it relates to man and its environment. And also, chemistry will this course will enable me to come back to Nigeria after completing my 1 year compulsory NYC program, as I have the intention of working with NAFDAC in order to enable me understand the Nigerian pharmaceutical industry.
Okay,
Because
so
in
the visa officer doesn't know NAFDAC. So if you know the full name of NAFDAC, that would be good. So you work
okay,
with the Nigeria Association or something, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. I think I don't have any questions for you. Your mom is funding you. You plan to come back to the Nigeria to work with NAFDAC. Um, what if you get a job offer in the United States? Are you going to take the offer?
After completing my BS degree in the US, I plan to return to Nigeria to work with the Nigerian pharmaceutical industry. Um, because um, I would love to use my skills and experience I must have learned in the US to help people in my community.
Okay. Okay. I think I'll approve your visa.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, so the feedback is just what I gave in between the questions. Just make sure you, if you are using abbreviations, you are saying the full abbreviation because they might not be familiar with it. And if you are stating an amount in you want to state the amount in dollars as well so they can understand. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kay, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
How do you plan to fund your deficit?
Alright, so apart from the scholarship I've received from the university, which is a 50% tuition reduction, my dad will be covering the rest of my deficit. He is an entrepreneur and owns Center Gold Ventures, where he has been working for over 19 years. They deal with the installation and fabrication of aluminum and glass windows and doors. He has a staff of over 20 people and has an annual income of $130,000.
Okay, why should I approve your visa?
So approving my visa will grant me access to the United States to the George Washington University for my master's in biomedical engineering. I plan to focus on rehabilitation engineering, especially in the field of assistive robotics for prosthetics, and that will grant me the expertise and knowledge to come back to Ghana and help people with disabilities, especially amputees, by designing efficient and affordable prosthetic and orthotic devices.
Okay. So what are some of the challenges you've read about the US and how do you plan to navigate them?
Okay, so I've read about cultural differences in the US, and I've also read about the weather. So, about the cultural differences, I plan to join student bodies or organizations and
Okay.
associate with them. And with the weather too, I have been speaking with my designated school official about that, and he has advised that I bring some over clothing, but clothing will also be provided.
Okay, okay, I'll be approving your visa. Personally, I do not have any feedback for you. Your answers are on point and they give the details that I think the visa officer is looking for.
Thank you, ma.
Okay. So I would have to log off for today. I appreciate that you all joined the session. I'm so tired. I didn't have enough sleep today. So yeah, we'll continue tomorrow. If you have your visa interview tomorrow, all the best and see you tomorrow. Okay.